Who would have thunk it at the beginning of the year that the Lakers would not even make the playoffs?
I'm going to talk my shit and you guys are gonna let me do just that. Last night, if you were a Phoenix Suns fan, it was probably one of the best moments of your life. The team set a franchise record for wins in a season, having 63 wins, and the season isn't even over yet. Also, and this is the thing that's being mostly talked about, is the fact that the Phoenix Suns knocked the Los Angeles Lakers out of making the playoffs or even play-in. With Phoenix beating LA, they have no chance to make the play-in and their season is officially over. Now, 2 days ago, I did make a video called "The Lakers season is officially over," but technically, mathematically, they still could have made it. However, when I tell you I had the title, the thumbnail, the tags, everything ready for this video because I knew I'd be making it, I was fully confident in the fact that I knew the Phoenix Suns could beat the Lakers and just end their season. I think this was also the game that the Suns did need because they've been struggling for the past couple of games, and honestly, a lot of people have been saying, oh, is this team legit? I think the Phoenix Suns are just not accustomed to losing because when they do lose, everyone just freaks out and says, oh my god, this team is so bad. Meanwhile, for a majority of the season, the Lakers were under 500 by more than 10 games. We said, oh, if they make the play-in, then they'll have a chance to make the playoffs and they'll beat the Suns. In today's video, we're obviously going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns. You guys know what I have to talk about. It's us getting our franchise record, us beating the Lakers, and just straight up what this is going to mean for the playoffs. Of course, before I get into the content, you guys can leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, notifications on. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. Also, by the time this video does come out, we're going to be closer and closer to 7,000 subscribers. So if we do hit 7,000 by the time this video goes up, maybe you're watching it a little bit later, then thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate all the support I've been getting on the videos and the content and just overall from you guys in general. And with all that being said, run that intro. Before we start this video, can we just get a moment of silence for the Lakers season? Nah, I'm just kidding. Fuck the Lakers. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Last night's game actually was close for a part of it. At the end of the first quarter, the Lakers were up 32-29 and it had some people a little bit worried. At halftime, the Suns were up by 2, so it was a close game. However, in the third and fourth quarter, the Suns just completely turned it on. Booker decided to drop 32 and the whole team just played very well together. It was sloppy for the first and second quarter, I will say that. Maybe they just kind of underestimated the Lakers and they were like, oh crap, we cannot lose this game, you know, especially not here, not now. And it makes me think, maybe they wanted to knock the Lakers out of the playoffs on purpose and end their season. Maybe they wanted to get their franchise record at home. And if they did that, that's some petty stuff. Now, I want to start off by saying this Phoenix Suns team has been my favorite team to watch all year long, and not just because I'm a Suns fan. The basketball this team plays is honestly amazing, and it is so just entertaining to watch as a basketball enthusiast and someone that just overall loves the game itself. And seeing that the Phoenix Suns had the best franchise record in 54 years of existence, and just remember that not too long ago they had a 63 loss season. I said this on Twitter the other day, but if you're around for the Dragon Bender or the Marquise Chris, the Tyler Ulis, or even Allen Williams days, you deserve a fucking pat on the back. Obviously, I could have named guys from a little bit older than that around the Eric Bledsoe and Dragic days. However, those were the worst Phoenix Suns years. I mean, statistically as well. Also, I want to give credit where credit is due, but that's to Devin Booker. Booker could have left the Phoenix Suns if he wanted to. This team was terrible and I wouldn't have blamed him. However, when he signed that big ass deal to continue playing in Phoenix, I was so happy that he wanted to build something special here. When Booker said he was sick of missing the playoffs, a lot of people laughed at him, even people I know that hate the Phoenix Suns. Now, if we look just a couple years later, the Phoenix Suns are the best team in basketball for, in my opinion, the second year in a row. And you know, maybe last season you didn't want to say that. You were just like, oh, they were a top team, but they weren't the best. Fine, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad at you. However, if this season you're not going to admit they're the best team in basketball, then I don't know what to tell you. Everyone said this team was a fluke and that they weren't going to make it back to the finals. Everyone said, oh, you missed your opportunity. But Phoenix came back and got better, and now they're in a situation to make it to the finals once again, and this time maybe even win it. No one expected this team to actually succeed as much as they have been, and we have to give credit. Even the biggest Phoenix Suns fan in the world, I don't think he had any idea that this was going to happen. The question started to bring up whether or not Devin Booker could go down as the greatest Phoenix Suns player of all time, and some people were quick to shoot it down, saying guys like Amari Stoudemire, Charles Barkley, and even Steve Nash could go down as the greatest Suns player, and they still are. However, as the days go on, my opinion starts to lead to it being Devin Booker, because if Booker can be one of the key contributors to this Phoenix Suns team winning an NBA championship, I I think that should solidify it. In fact, if they win the NBA title, I think this whole team with Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, Torrey Craig, Jalen Smith for a while, Cameron Payne, JaVale McGee, Bismack Biyombo, this whole team should go down as the best Phoenix Suns team in franchise history if they do win a championship. And even if they don't, I still have them there. This isn't like other Phoenix Suns team in the past. They're experienced now. They have a little bit of an edge because of last year's NBA Finals. No one expected them to do well last year, and while rooting for them was a cute underdog story, now that they're a fear to the NBA and them possibly having a chance to be one of the best teams in the NBA for years to come, like continuously, now it's not so cute to root for this team, and they're seen and they're hated and they're despised. I've talked this whole season about the Phoenix Suns getting doubted by the media, and I think there's reason for that because they don't want this team to succeed. And I guess that's gonna kind of lead me to my next point, and that's about them knocking the Lakers out of the play-in. I'm not gonna lie, this whole video was going to be me just talking about the Suns knocking the Lakers out, laughing at them, putting some old clips. However, Devin Booker left a comment on House of Highlights saying the following. House of Highlights said, "The Suns have ended the Lakers postseason hopes in back-to-back seasons," and it shows a clip of LeBron James just sitting there on the bench. And Devin Booker responds with, "How about Suns just set franchise record for W's?" It was that comment right there that made me want to make this video instead of just fully talking about the Lakers. And while I'm still gonna be toxic in this video and they're gonna get their own segment, I wanted to dedicate a whole part of this video to just talking about how successful this Phoenix Suns team has been. I know there are a lot of old heads on my channel, which I'm fully okay with. I'm open to every single person, group, race, whatever watching my content. And I know there's someone probably watching this video that has seen the full Phoenix Suns and their whole run as a team for the whole 54 years. And although I've only been alive for 17 of those 54 years, I can confidently say that this is the best Phoenix Suns team that I've ever watched. This team is special, and with the regular season coming to a close, it really does make you wonder what's in store for the playoffs. Now, with all that being said, let Toxic Specs talk for a sec. The fact that we thought LA was gonna make the playoffs with this shitty team, the fact that we said, oh, if they make the play-in, they're gonna win out and they're gonna beat Phoenix in the first round is so fucking hilarious to me. You know how many Laker fans in my comment section said that, oh, we're gonna beat you guys this year in the playoffs, don't worry, we're gonna find a way. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, and you guys are gonna be a failure for the next couple years because you bet on a old Russell Westbrook that is worth $47 million. You know what I could buy for $47 million? Anything but fucking Russell Westbrook. And then just to top it all off, it came out the day after my Laker video that they could have gotten DeMar DeRozan and they were in talks. However, LeBron James wanted Russell Westbrook, and then those rumors started to shut down, and obviously you guys know they got Westbrook. Also, remember when Buddy Hield was supposed to go to the Lakers, but last minute they made the Westbrook trade? Yeah, well, look how that's turning out for you. Also, they're gonna fire Frank Vogel at the end of the season, so instead of winning 30 games, you guys are gonna only win 25. Now, there are rumors that the Lakers are gonna go after Doc Rivers to be their next head coach, and all I'm gonna say is if that is true, there's no way you're gonna transition from Frank Vogel to Doc fucking Rivers. I don't care if you guys try to bring up that NBA title he won. I don't give a shit. Just like Doc Rivers got carried, so did Frank Vogel into winning an NBA title with a really good team. Even if you guys do somehow make the playoffs, I promise you, you're going to choke either a 3-1 lead or you might just get swept. Also, it turns out that tweet that LeBron had on April 1st wasn't exactly an April Fool's joke. He never clarified it, and Joel Embiid just passed him as the scoring champ, so unless he's actually going for that, then I'm starting to think that is the first April Fool's Day joke slash not joke that I've ever seen in my life. To see the Suns break a franchise record for W's in a season and solidify themselves as the greatest Phoenix Suns team of all time, and to also see the Suns demoralize, humiliate, and just end the Lakers season, in the words of Shaq himself. No, I'm not gonna pull up the clip where he said that the Lakers would beat the Suns in the first round, but in the words of Shaq, are you not entertained? You couldn't have asked for a better night as a Phoenix Suns fan or even a basketball fan that just hates the Lakers. I'm gonna miss this team and their struggles that they had throughout the whole year. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck the Lakers, and I'm glad we put the nail in their goddamn coffin. Suns in fucking 4.